Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 2. We are on the Courageous and we are about to go back to the map and continue our way south, because we still have a couple of locations left to go. Last time we did...
Where do you want to go?
I think most part of the upper region, including a very nice side quest in Roar, which I think it's... I won't say sacrilege, because that would be a little bit exaggerated, but the quest we did for Alyssa was such a nice one. It's a shame it was hidden and potentially missable, but yeah. Alright, so we are here. We need everything down here going once. Celtic, of course, we already did with the side quest, as well as Twin Dragon Bridge, because we had to pick up the piano there. So where I want to go is I want to have a quick check at Lunaria Park, Guerrilla Fortress, and I do want to go back to the Proving Grounds because there was something weird last time we were there. There were a bunch of soldiers getting ready for something, and there was a scene as we interacted with it, but it didn't go anywhere, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so I want to check that once again, and after that we're going to go from Oryx Fort, where we have been, to fight the monster in between Oryx Fort and Breaheart, and then we go to Legrams for the other side quest that's going back to Lohengrin Castle. So a lot of things to do, but I think we can make it today. And that means that at the end of this one, or the beginning of the next episode, we can finally start doing the shrines. And I'm very curious to see how it's going there, because I wonder, will they be at the same level as the Ignis? Or will they be higher, because it is past another point? Which I hope, because higher dungeons where we can fight just means more level and more resistant against the cryptids that I want to do at some point. Already no one here. Except for the cryptid that is at the end of Lunaria Park, of course. Let's go to the house where Louise is originally from, which should be empty, but I was extremely curious, so I think there's an opportune time to have that checked as well. See? Oh, I knew there was someone here. That's the caretaker for the park. Paul's daughter seemed to be in critical condition, so he asked me to look after the fields for a while. She's a real kind, cheery girl too. I wish there was more I could do for them. I wish there was more I could do for both of them, but I suppose all I can do is try to run things here. Which may seem a little thing, but is enormously important so that they can focus on her recovery. And he might not have known this, but during our concerts she woke up. I can pray that Louise will recover soon. Well, she woke up, and from there we'll just have to see. Alright, let's go back. Onward to the next one.
Where do you want to go? Full speed ahead!
Yeah. These are all relatively small locations, but I have a feeling I just need to check it. Not for the monster that's here, but more importantly for potential humans, because one time before here we saw that someone was praying at the hole about a comrade that they lost. So that's why every once in a while I want to check. Ooh, and I just noticed. Yeah, you could say, how are you just noticing it? But the tree, it's here, and it is a very logical location to be visible from here. Nice, it looks really good. Oh, I can't wait to start the Crossbell Saga and see everything that preceded it. Yes, let's go. And in case you haven't picked it up in the comments, once we get to a certain point in this game, which plenty of you are telling me to where it is, we're gonna park the game and we're gonna start the Crossbell Saga and playing through those two games, so that the spoilage for me is as little as possible. And we can catch up with the story from that side, because the events in Crossbell is roughly around the same time as Cold Steel 1 and 2. And once we finish with that, we'll finish the last bit of this game. So if at some point you see the game is on hold, then you know why it is and what we are doing. But we are trying full force to get through the games and enjoying the living hell out of it. Alright. Last time we were here, we didn't go here. Our division used to be headed up by Lieutenant General Walter. A real military man, that guy. Strict, but always fair and impartial. He never let personal feelings interfere with his work. Warrant Officer Arbecker was particularly loyal to him. I've heard the Lieutenant Generals saved him from danger once. In light of that, he probably felt like he owed the Lieutenant General a debt of gratitude he could scarcely begin to repay. Now that he's looking after us in the General's place, I can only imagine how he must be bottling things up right now. Yeah, I think she's talking about the guy that we saw at the guerrilla fortress, praying at the wreckage that was left behind by the blast. And I don't think we need to rest right now. At least not yet. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get towards them from behind. Let's see if there's anyone in here. No, there is not. Okay. As the guardians of the border, keeping watch of the Azure Tree is our duty. And to do that, we'll be assembling a patrol team to keep it under constant observation from within the fortress's ruins. Do we really have to go in there? Sir, Pull yourselves together. Our friends died in there, trying to keep our country safe. We have to make sure the mission lives on. They were brave enough to give their lives, and you're trying to tell me you're too cowardly to even set foot in the fortress? Oh yeah, he's definitely trying to do his best by motivating them through fear. Which doesn't always work, but at least it's a thing. Yeah, she isn't back yet. Which is of course fine. Alright. Another one done.
Where do you want to go?
I think it's time for us to head to the fortress.
Leave it to me.
And try to find a monster that's roaming somewhere on Oryx Canyon. Do we want to walk? Or do we want to summon our bike to help us?
Let's get going.
Yeah. A beautiful red bike with the colors of Class 7. Alright, where are you? He's over there. Oh, that works quite nicely, I guess.
That one looks nasty. Try to be careful, everyone.
Alright, let's get off the bike. I just want to have a little bit more control. Hmm? How are you still coming after me? Are you updated versions? If that's the case, that would be great. Because it means more locations where we can potentially fight.
Second form, Gale! Now's our chance!
An opening! Onward! Sia!
Really?
It's my turn.
Really? You're just gonna miss. Let's see. Earth is okay.
Arcus, activate.
It's my turn. Arcus, activate. Try this.
Yeah, his speed in casting anything is really amazing. He goes in front of everyone on his first try. That should be enough to take them down. Yes.
Is everybody okay?
I did it! Ha!
Alright, I wonder what it is we're gonna fight against. A big giant fire turtle, okay? Not the weirdest thing I've ever fought against.
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise? There's a treasure chest here.
Shadow Blade is in the chest. What's a Shadow Blade? Attack aura L, HP absorb. Absorbs 5% of the damage dealt at HP. Not necessarily a bad thing. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and try.
Ha! Ha!
This one looks dangerous. Be careful.
Yeah, it is
we
really dangerous, but I'm sure we should be able to handle it. Do we want to... Yeah, why not? Let's go full force, because after this we're gonna go to Legrams anyway, where we're gonna fight through the castle again, I'm sure, so there's plenty of opportunity to recoup our overdrive.
Here goes! Overdrive!
Then you can give us your spirit unification.
Ha! Here we go!
Let's see... water, flame... Well, flame does enough.
Burn to ash! Fall! Now's our chance!
An opening! My turn. Behold the
Yeah,
might
we're
of the
gonna go
Archangel.
once again for the shock and awe technique.
Radiant Wolf!
We're gonna do so much damage that we do awe. Yeah, that's quite decent.
Ha! Now! Now, Laura!
Understood!
Sit!
Ha!
It's my turn.
Well, he still is out for a round, so might as well just normally hit him. Yeah, he was not prepared for the Laura combo.
Let's keep going.
Yes, we shall.
Not bad.
I'm so glad. Huh? Thank goodness.
Ooh, Blessed Arrow 2 can now be used. I'm more hoping that it's gonna be like a bigger area than it was before, cause that was a slight downside, definitely.
I'm just getting started.
Alright, very, very nice. Kenyon or Kenchen completed. Rakshasha, nice. Alright, let's have a quick check. Attack craft speed lower. Okay, so it's just 2 things down with a strength plus 25. So not bad. It's basically the level 2 of minus speed and minus movement all into one really nice package. I don't think... Well, maybe Sarah has that one, so she can use this one. Yeah, an extra strength does work with her as well.
Sit! Sit! Ha!
The advantage is ours.
Yeah, now we need to get our bravery
Here we
points
go.
back, our overdrive, our CP is not a problem. We can go to an inn and it's instantly back. It's mainly the rest.
Second form, Gale! Now's our chance!
An opening!
It's my turn.
Will 2 be
Here I
enough?
go.
Potentially. It's too far away.
Ethereal blades. Go for it.
Leave this to me. Ha!
Yeah, 1 is definitely not enough to recover that EP for Elliot, but no problem. Because we're gonna go back to Legrams anyway. When we're talking to all the town folk, we're gonna sleep at the inn there as well.
Is everybody okay?
Or at least where we can rest up.
I did it!
Because seeing as where Laura's from, I'm pretty sure we can just rest in our own household. Alright, let's go. That went pretty smoothly, if I have to say so myself.
Where do you want to go?
Well, the last one, Legram, and the side quest we have over there.
Full speed ahead!
Yeah. And I did say that there was a chance of doing a shrine here, but I'm betting Legram Castle is potentially a big quest, so we do want to go for it. Ooh, looks like the entire town is gathered up, and the mist is extremely thick today. Okay, so in the branch house is where people are. Looks like they're all gathering here, which is slightly understandable. So let's not go into the guild before we talk to everyone. What's this fog even doing back here? I thought we were getting rid of it. I've warned everyone in town to stay away from the highway at all costs, but we still have to figure out what to do about this fog. From what I've seen, it's especially thick near Lohengrin Castle. Just be sure to make sure you step with caution. Yes. But we know last time it was in Lohengrin Castle because there was a cryptid there. So maybe the cryptid has recovered or another one has returned? I heard a ringing of bell coming from the castle. Now that we do suppose that was all about, it certainly is out of the ordinary, I can tell you that much. I heard the ring coming from the castle. Yes. Alright, do we want to have a quick fish in the mist?
Looks perfect for fishing.
It does. And we're gonna do the same thing we did at the other place. Using the ground bait for an extra fishing session. Hoping that the Lake Lord Star will give us a chance of something a bit bigger that we haven't caught before.
Wow, this is a big one.
It is big, but it isn't new, so I'm gonna assume we caught that here last time as well. Don't worry, Castle, we're coming for you quickly enough as it is. No. I'm slightly distracted there.
Wow, this is a big one.
So many big fish. It is very nice. But I already have so many of you.
Wow, this is a big one.
Yeah, finding the remaining fish might be a bit of a challenge. Did you hear? Julian and Carno saved someone. They're so cool. The junior Eisenritter is the best. It's too bad I wasn't with them when they saved him, but even without me, the junior Eisenritter's the best for sure. I hope I can be as cool as those guys someday. Oh, this fog is just terrible. I thought it was bad earlier this month, but this is much, much worse. I wonder if there's some sort of reason for all of this. It would be nice if it could be sorted out somehow. This fog is just terrible. It boggles the mind that Sven and Fritz would end up getting lost. Those two are always using that highway. In fact, I can't think of many people who use it more than they do. This fog is really something else. Still, all's well that ends well. Now our only concern is the whereabouts of the girl staying here. Nobody's seen any sign of her either. I hope she isn't lost in the fog too. Ooh, you mean the girl of the rich couple? Noble. Alright, 100. So if we want to be safe, might as well sleep twice. Oh, could you stop ordering wine with every single meal? This mirror is supposed to last us until we return home, you know. We have to be frugal. Well, if you're so concerned about saving Mira, perhaps you should start skipping the dessert. Oh, in what world is my dessert more of a financial drain than your wine? Why should I be the one only to make sacrifices? That's not fair at all. What sort of prestigious Erebonian eats their meals without wine? I refuse to stand for it, I refuse. If it's their kid that's missing and they're not even noticing it, oh, they're very bad parents. Why must he always be so selfish? As long as things are well in his narrow little world, he cares nothing for others. Oh, I got a feeling that it is their little girl that's missing. Oh, we've got a young girl staying here right now, but she seems to have disappeared. I haven't seen her at least. Have you, Chloe? I'm kind of worried about her with the fog the way it is. A young girl? Oh, you mean the one from the city? Oh, I haven't, but I'll help you look. I don't exactly like her, but that's not the point here. It's not safe to be out here when the fog's this thick. I'll go try and find her. There is something eerie about this fog. Be careful while you're walking around in it, Lady Laura. Oh, that she will definitely do. Well, we finally got word from Rayard Station that the trains are going to resume normal operation. And then this happens. With fog this thick, the trains are the least of our worries. Now, what are we supposed to do? Alright, don't think we have to check the shop for anything. In all my years, I've never seen fog so thick. Maybe this is the spirits telling us how angry they were with us over this war. That's what I believe, at least. But if so, what can we do to appease them? I was on my way back to the inn when I realized those two girls outside the entrance are talking about me. How am I supposed to go back there now? They're bound to notice me as I go past. Oh, don't tell them I'm here, okay? I was going to head back to the inn after all this fog, but now I'm stuck here. I think this is her home too, of all the places to wind up. Oh, what am I gonna do? Okay, so she isn't missing. That's at least a good thing, isn't it? Carno and Julian did a good job. It was smart using Perro's keen sense of smell to find Sven and Fritz when they couldn't use their eyes. It makes me shudder to think of what would have happened to them if those boys weren't so clever. It wouldn't have been nearly as pretty when the fog cleared up, that's for sure. Those kids put themselves in danger too, so I don't want to praise them too much. But everyone came home safe and sound, and what could matter more than that? The problem is deciding what to do next with all this fog. They say the cause is in that castle, but I wonder. What caused this thick fog to come back, I wonder? It hasn't been that long since the last time it was here. It would be one thing if this was just a fog, but it feels as though something is out there, watching us. It might just be my imagination, but it sure is scary. It feels as though there's something or someone watching over us from there. Maybe it's just the spirits? Maybe. There's only one way to find out, and that's by actually going there. But there might be a bridge too far for some of the townfolk. But let's be honest, that's why we're here. Oh, thank you so much for bringing Sven back to us, spirits. But please be calm. We are always with you and have no intention of inspiring your wrath. Alright. I thought we were done for, but then Julian and Carno showed up with Perro out of nowhere and saved us. Thanks to them, we managed to get out of there with our lives and make our way back to town. I felt like I had to scold them for being so reckless, but how can you be harsh to someone who just saved your life? I'm so grateful to the both of them. I think we're done for. That's the scariest thing the Junior Ice Rider has ever faced, bar none. He would have been in real trouble if it weren't for Fritz too. He stayed and attracted the monster's attention, so we could all run. He was so cool. Phew, that was too close. We heard Dad cry out, so we ran in to save him. It's a good thing we did too. If we weren't there in just the nick of time, one of those monsters would have had him for lunch. This is all the fog's fault. Where did it even come from all of a sudden? We were out on the highway when the fog suddenly thickened and we were surrounded by monsters. Fortunately, we barely managed to escape with our lives. Had it not been for the children's timely appearance, I doubt we would have been so lucky. Well, on the one hand, I'm glad to be alive. It's an ego-shattering reminder in my inexperience. I couldn't have seen this coming, but that's no excuse. My inexperience and overconfidence could have cost both of our lives. I am completely ashamed of myself. Well, this fog is pretty unnatural, so I don't think there's much for you to be sorry for. I would think you would do your best, at least to protect him. Oh, Fritz and Sven got attacked by monsters out on the highway. They managed to slip away in the end, but it's crazy to think they could have ended up in that situation at all. I knew I should have gone with them. Oh, do you have any idea how worried I was about you, Dad? If you hadn't come home, Oh, I'm sorry, Cindy. I didn't mean to frighten you like that. Oh, thank you so much for saving him, Fritz. Ah, save your thanks for those two who deserve it. My lack of skill placed your father in unnecessary danger. Oh, that's not true at all. If you hadn't been there, I don't even want to think about what would have happened. Yeah, because she has a crush on him. So she would have lost her potential boyfriend and her father if they weren't there. So yeah, so they deserve at least a little bit of praise, that's for sure. Alright, let's check the rest of town as well. Because we know most people are down at the center, so... I went outside to get a look at what was going on and ended up tripping on the steps. I feel ridiculous for falling like that. It really hurt too. That fog was so thick, I couldn't even see my feet, and it came out so suddenly. I know we need to work harder than ever to support the people during times like this, but... ouch. Oh, how could I have been so clumsy? Something's up, that's for sure. All that is beyond me though, so I guess we're gonna need to turn you guys for your wisdom on this one. Well, that ought to do it. Just try to stay off of it a bit, okay? I'll take care of things outside. Oh, then at least let me accompany you. On a sprained leg like that? If you'll fall over before you even make it to the door. Huh, maybe so. He's probably right, and we know how he is. He's never serious about anything until it really matters. And so, if he's saying something like that, take him seriously, definitely. Right, let's see if anyone is in the training center. Nope. Then the only one left is the cook and the butler. No one doubts that Lord Arcide is fighting as hard as he can, but all of you seem to be giving him some good competition too. So let me teach you really nutritious recipes so you can keep your energy levels up. Ooh, a mixed grill, nice. You have my thanks. I'll be sure to try my hand at it. Old Bem said he heard the sound of the bell come from the old castle. Wasn't there a bell ringing during the trouble there back in the summer? Could it mean that something's happening there now too? I presume so, yes. Oh, I can't even open the windows now. Just as I thought things had finally calmed down over here. What should we do? You should do nothing. It's all up to us. And I think we'll find the other one over at the guild. Okay. That's the entirety of the town. So let's see if we can get the mission activated and head over to the castle. Our apologies for delay in coming, Klaus. It's good to see you again too, Miles. Ah, well, if it isn't Class 7. Oh, thank you very much for coming, my lady. I assume you come regarding the request we sent to the Courageous? That's right. It made mention of the problems we face in Legrams becoming worse of late. Would you mind elaborating, Klaus?
Certainly. As you are aware, a number of strange occurrences have been happening in Legrams since the war began. The fog covering the town has become thicker, strange monsters have appeared on the highways, and among other things.
We were up against that kind of stuff when we came back here to find Laura and Emma a few weeks ago, so yeah. But didn't we solve the worst of it? The cryptids in the castle were the ones responsible. We were able to return things to normal by defeating them, or so I thought.
Oh, you certainly helped.
Sadly, even without those cryptids accelerating the process, things here have been gradually worsening. The monsters have becoming more dangerous than ever. We've even had reports of people hearing eerie laughter and seeing ghosts.
That's sad. The greatest concern of all is the thick fog. It's become thicker and thicker over the weeks, to the point where it stopped the townsfolk from doing basic daily tasks.
Oh, that's not good. Visibility is pretty poor outside.
We know something had to be done, so we started looking into ways to return things to normal. And then, the other night, something else strange happened.
Something else?
We heard the sound of a bell ringing. From Lohengrin Castle, no less.
Again?
Well, that sounds like just what happened during our field study.
How could this be?
So once again, Lohengrin Castle is the center of strange happenings for our fair Legrams. I only wish it weren't the case. And worse still, we are no one local free enough to investigate the matter. It is Klaus says, ordinarily we'd have some braziers taking care of it, but we just don't have enough of them to go around. Even Toffel is occupied in western Erebonia, as you know.
And that's where you come in, Class 7?
With 2 solved mysteries related to the castle under your belt, you're most likely 2 perfect ones to take on the job.
I see. Understandable, I suppose.
Still, I fear this will be no easy task. There's bound to be danger lurking within. Even with that in mind, could we trouble you to accept the request?
Of course. Especially with Laura here, it's her town. Of course you would want to help. No problem, please. Leave this to us. My father is the lord of this region. It would be remiss to ignore its people's cry for help. I will do all I can to help in father's absence.
Well, I had a feeling you would say that. I am most grateful for your help. I'll see to preparing a boat for you to take you there at once. Please, come to the wharf as soon as you're ready to depart.
We'll be right there, Klaus. Thank you. With all the strange happenings there, I think it's best if Celine and I were part of the team. I guess so.
Well, you're already here. You already are part of the team. So that's a good thing. Well, Klaus is getting a boat ready for you over at the wharf. Head over there as soon as you're ready to depart. We're counting on you. Good luck finding some way to return things to normal here.
No problem. There's probably going to be something big there. All we have to do is punch it.
Well, that is the brutal way, and that's what we're doing. Are you ready to make your way to the castle then? There's no telling what could lie in wait within its walls. Please be sure that you are prepared for every eventuality.
After traveling to Lohengrin Castle, you won't be able to return to Legrams until your work there is complete.
Alright, this is just me being cautious. In case something happens that we need to bail out.
We're ready. Please watch over the town while we're away, Klaus. We shouldn't be long.
Go forward with the greatest of luck, everyone.
Oh, we're going to need to be careful on our way there. We won't be able to see our hands in front of our faces.
Yeah, and that's the opportune way to crash your boat. They swiftly made their way towards Lohengrin Castle. Despite the extra task of battling poor visibility due to the fog, Laura graciously accepted the role of operating the boat.
Though Laura was a local of Legram, they mainly relied on Emma sensing its mana to guide them in the correct direction. Well, at least we got there. Well, we've arrived. This is my 3rd time coming here now. Oh my. Not a barrier? Or something else? Ah, the fog's really thick this time too. Yeah, even more so than it was back in town. I can sense a strange breath of wind coming from within. The atmosphere here is anything but the usual, at the very least. Well, I can sense a vastly greater amount of mana from here compared to the last time. It's as though this area is on the verge of becoming a world of its own. Well, there's no question that the castle is the source behind what's happening over in Legram. There's no telling what could happen if we leave things as they are. Then it's up to us to go inside and investigate. You guys ready? Oh, yes we are. Or at least for a little bit. Because the thing that I'm more curious about is, are there enemies inside? And if so, how strong are they? Is it going to be the same monster that was here before? Or have they leveled up or increased the capabilities to match our levels? Which would be nice in its own right, meaning plenty of money and experience for us to grab. On the other hand, maybe we just enter and the boss is straight in front of us. Like when we tried to pick up Laura and Emma. Oh, this isn't good. Well, we can say that we didn't expect this at least. Oh, what's that? They look like the fiends we saw during our field study. Yeah, they do. One around every corner by the looks of it. I can feel the presence of a higher element too. I guess the source of all this mana would be in the underground area of the castle. Yeah, where we found a gate with the same symbol as where we found the Ashen Knight in the basement of Thor's Academy. Like that 4-pointed flowery fire thingy. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about that emblem. Didn't we go there through the left wing of the building last time? There was this large steel door at the end of the spiral staircase, I think. Interesting. Well, let's get going, but be careful. I'm sure the cause of all this is somewhere in here. Yes. And I'm gonna find at least a couple of monsters, and I have to say...
I welcome all challengers.
They're probably around our level at the moment. Let's see, earth and fire, not a thing. Yeah, that's a little bit too wide. Okay, let's just do this.
Arcus activate.
Here I go.
Which is technically a higher element.
Second form. Gale! Now!
An opening!
Here I go. How about this?
Huh?
Yeah, more than enough.
We did it.
The experience are not ecstatically bigger than the other areas we have right now, but it's technically not bad. Alright.
The advantage is ours.
Here I go.
Alright, I think we won't explore this entire location.
Second form.
Because we already did this before and I don't think it's any different. So I'm gonna use this opportunity to
An opening!
just fight a little bit in between the episodes. Really, Laura? It's so not
my
necessary for you to miss.
Arcus activate.
It's my turn.
How about this?
Try this! Oh, we did it!
And the reason for me why this location stands out so much in my head is because this is the only place in the entire game where we missed the chest. We did eventually get it at the Curios place, but we did miss it on the first passing. Come on, stop following.
Ha!
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna do this.
Let's move. Sit!
Onward! Blade of light! Come!
Okay.
Of course! How about this?
Try this. Is everybody okay?
Yeah, when we have triple advantage, they have no chance in
That
hell.
treasure chest looks really nice.
Ha! Ha!
It does, doesn't it?
Watch out, guys.
Yeah, we might need to slightly intervene.
Great towers! Lord Alvirian! Rest in peace. We should be safe now.
Chakravarti gem? Ooh, I don't know what it is, but I wanna check. Heat up, Saintly Force and Crescent Mirror with an EP increase of 300. Okay, sounds very interesting. And Crescent Mirror and Heat Up. I think they're all like stats increase magic, isn't it? Drilled EP is pretty decent, I have to say that. Definitely something to keep in mind. Weird. We could open this door last time, but it's sealed shut now. Fortunately, we don't need to go this way. The one I can sense is at the end of the spiral staircase in the left wing. Let's turn back then. Okay, so they have limit the place we can go. And I think up there on that overpass, I think that's where we missed the chest last time. So yeah, it's ingrained in my memory that I will never forget. Alright, so for now, we're gonna leave it here. Next time, we're gonna... You know what, I'm gonna go through the door just to see what's on the other side, just in case we'll automatically get transported to where we need to be. Okay, so this is already in the spiral case down, and yeah, if you look closely, you might be able to spot the symbol on the door. Okay, so what we are gonna do is, if you see that save point down there, next episode we're gonna start all the way down there, and I'm gonna use this opportunity to travel back and forth a couple of times, fighting the monsters, increasing our sepet a little bit, because like I've said a couple of times before already, we're trying to unlock everyone's level 2 slot on their device, so we can have like the higher level quartz we can use. And we don't have a lot, but we have a few that may work their magic in there, but they cost a lot of resources to activate, so that's why I want to use the opportunity just to grind a little bit, just to get closer, because by the time we reach the end, we'll have everyone's unlocked no matter what. Alright, so that's it for today. I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we head down to that door and see what's causing all this mist to appear. See you then. Bye bye.